Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Third Age Reforged. My name is Mighty Eskimo 6 and thank you for joining me today. Today we have a 2v4 on the map of Minas Ithil, and we're going to go right into the armor compositions of Rune, who is led by Mevin. He has Eastron clansmen who are armored up all of the way. He has Balcloth tribesmen right behind, as well as some more Eastron clansmen, again, armored up all the way. We also have some Gamp Rim back here, several units of them. Eastron crossbowmen, some Dragon's Wrath crossbowmen. They're a very good unit. We have more clansmen armored up, more folk Gamp Rim, more Balcloth Sapphire bladesmen. These guys are really good javelins right there. We've got some Dragon's Wrath guildsmen. That's they're really good with the guild. I believe there's one long unit of them. Yes, it's a very wide unit. Or unless there's two. Oh no, there's two units of guildsmen. Very well. Nice. We have more flag rims, and that wraps it up. There might be more hidden units that Mevin has, but we'll find out later. Over here we do have Lothlorien, led by the last Dark Lord. He has some Lorient Axemen, as well, 2 units of them, as well as Watchers of the Golden Wood. That's where his general is, right there. Kindred of Celeborn in the middle, and some Lorient Archers on the right flank. We have Lorient Swordmasters, 2 units of them on this side of the bridge. And on the far side of the bridge, we do have a catapult, as well as Lorient Archers, Blades of the Wood, Lorient Archers, Blades of the Wood, and more Blades of the Wood. Alright, might be some hidden troops, but we'll find out eventually. Over on the northern bridge, we do have Isengard, led by Scoot 22 Math, sorry. He has an Isengard Ballista, Champions of the White Hand. I do believe that's his general, I might be wrong. Uruk-hai crossbowmen times 2, and then a whole bunch of warg skirmishers over here, 2 units of them. Not sure how useful they're going to be in this battle, but we do have some Uruk-hai pikemen and Uruk-hai berserkers. They have no armor. The trolls of Isengard look pretty dope, if I might say so myself. We have Nazkai right there. Ain't it pretty? More Uruk-hai pikemen. We have some Dunlending clansmen right there, and half-orc vanguard manning battering rams. Looks like 2 of them, each one has their own, and more Dunlending clansmen. And finally, to the east, we have, a black hole. Isn't that pretty? But we actually have the Realm of Workwood, led by Rob Goblin. He has Greenwood Watchers, 2 units of them. He has an Ent unit, Greenwood Rangers, Woodland Realm Axemen, Here E Pang times 2. We also have Here E Lang, armored up. Looks like 2 units of them. Elven King's Palace Guard, Woodland Protectors, very good spear and jav infantry, Wardens of Amon Lang, and Elders of the Elven King. And the general for this army is, of course, right there with the Palace Guard. Now we'll move on to the defenders. The defenders are, of course, the Dwarves of Erebor and the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm. So very formidable defenders today. We have Mithril Guard, led by Thanatos from the Dwarves of the Khazad-dûm. Dwarves of Erebor, led by Nowaki, has a catapult. Very frightening indeed. Erebor Legionaries, Ironfoot Pikes, Axe Guard of Erebor, 2nd Legion Axe Guard, as well as Obsidian Guard, Highborns of Erebor with the General of Nowaki, Hammers of Gundabad, Ironfoot Crossbows are down on the ground, Hammers of Gundabad again, and there's a statue of Isildur right there. Axe Guard of Erebor nearing the front, Ironfoot Pikes and Halberds mixed in there. Got more Legionaries, we got Warriors and Blacklock Engineers right here, I do see. Ironfoot Crossbows and Warriors, more Crossbows, more 3rd Legion Infantry, 2nd Legion Axe Guard, Sons of the Fallen, Axe Throwers, and Dragon Slayers of Ered Mithrid, as well as Legion Bodyguard. Alright, I'm believing that's everything except for the final stand, which is 3rd Legion Infantry, Guards of Khazad-dûm, and 1st Legion Pikes. Alright, now that that's all... wait, hold on. We got Sentries of Khazad-dûm right there. Can't forget them. No, not at all. We also have a unit of War Hunters of Khazad-dûm on the walls. Looks like 2 units of them. I'm slightly oblivious, but this is I believe, a first for the channel, so please forgive me. Alright, anyway, I think we can go ahead and get started on this battle. As we can see, we have plenty of troops. Oh, they're actually sallying out. Is that a good idea? I don't know. There's a catapult right there. Catapult could fire, but it's deciding it's going to retreat. The last Dark Lord decides he does not want to. Oh, yep, hidden units, Galadrim Blade Masters. They could have done something if... Oh, Catapult, it's not going to get away. One of the catapults is going to get away, and most of the crew. But two of the siege engines are not going to retreat. One is trying to creep away, but it's hardly worth noting. Now, by giving up the bridge, though, Lothlorien is, in effect, giving the Dwarves of Erebor another chokehold, or a choke point, the defenders that they can use, since the south is pretty much impassable. It's going to be fairly difficult for the defender or the attackers to attack, especially since there's only 2 ways in. So now the defenders have 2 choke points instead of all of these, you know, the gates, the walls that could be broken down. The defenders are just sallying out and only going to leave some of their elites behind. They're leaving the catapult behind, which is probably a good idea, as well as the reserves in the last stand. The archers, Orc Hunters, and Khazad-dûm are still going to be on the walls, providing some very good cover. One more catapult looks like it is going to escape, but one catapult crew is, I don't know, at this rate, if it's left alone, it might get out of there, but it's going to take a very long time, because I'm not sure what these guys are doing. I will come back to everyone when the battle is in full swing. Just so you know, this catapult has officially been lost. The good old warriors of Khazad-dûm have decided they're showing up, and they have since denied the ability for these elven guys to push it. I mean, just look at it. One of them died, but it's still moving. I think one guy's going to come back. Yep, there he is. There we go. Surprisingly, with only one casualty, the catapult was safe. The catapult has been spared a very bad, you know, horrible demise, I would just say. But over on this flank, the Dwarves of Erebor are taking the defensive position against Isengard, as well as Mirkwood. Mirkwood has arrived on the scene, and now Isengard is just waiting to push, waiting for Rune and Lothlorien to get into position. Now that the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm has set up a kind of screening thing, the most important part of the defense right now is Khazad-dûm itself. If Khazad-dûm falls, then it possibly cuts Erebor off from getting into the town, which could be devastating, which is why it is very important that Khazad-dûm wins. But over here we do have some Greenwood Rangers. Rangers are being the first to fire. I'm not sure it's probably the best place to use Rangers, but they're firing. Rangers are firing, or nope, they've been told not to fire. Alright, good idea. Conserve the Ranger ammo. However, the Heer Peng are firing down on the Ironfoot Warriors. Ironfoot Warriors are going into a loose formation to soak up more of the damage. And besides, these guys also have tons of armor and pretty good shield value too. I mean, look how big those shields are, compared to the rest of their body. They're just going to soak up the damage, soak up the arrow power, and it's going to be just, oh good, they stopped firing. Alright, so over here we do have the first invasion. Some clansmen are crossing over, and the catapult is firing. They have caused a couple of casualties, some archer casualties as well, but the Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm are spread out. If they hit these warriors of Khazad-dûm, it will be a pretty big blow. But these Eastron clansmen are also coming over all alone. They're going to definitely need reinforcements. They're not going to be able to take it by themselves, even as heavily armored as they are. And when I say heavily armored, I mean that they're only slightly armored. Better than what they were before. However, over on this side, Isengard is definitely providing a more aggressive approach by moving in both a unit of Bane Guard, as well as a unit of Dunlending Clansmen. So 2 units coming in, as well as the ramp. But now plenty of arrows are coming in from the Ironfoot crossbows. Now the Bane Guard, they're fighting, as well as the Dunlending Clansmen are charging in as well. They're ready to poke things with their hook spears. In they go, they're fighting, trying to gain control of the bridge, but the Ironfoot Warriors will hold for a while. Erebor Legionaries as well in reserve. And finally, the Dragon Slayers are out here. Dang, they're really committing to holding this ground. Ironfoot Crossbows, they're more than prepped to help hold this line. Erebor just has to be careful that Khazad-dûm, if there's too much of a push, that they won't fall back. So yes, indeed, we do have the Warriors of Khazad-dûm taking on the Eastron Clansmen. I think we'll know who's going to win that fight, but anyway, Blades of the Wood coming in to reinforce the Clansmen. Clansmen are actually trying to take advantage that only one unit of Warriors is being is guarding this bridge, and it's a very wise decision because now 2 units of Blades of the Wood, actually sorry, just 1 unit, it was broken up into 2. They're now going to come in and, oh, catapult fire. And a very good shot indeed on those Eastron crossbowmen, and I think a couple Blades of the Wood. And very nicely done, I have to say. That was a pretty crispy shot. You know, nice little sizzle. But now Blades of the Wood, if they can push through and circle around this Warriors of Khazad-dûm, then the entire army could advance. Now, ooh, we're using regular shot now. Regular shot is trying to snipe the other catapult. The other catapult, of course, using flaming shot. Flaming shot is more destructive, but it is way less accurate. In come flaming shots from the attackers. Attackers miss completely the catapult, but do manage to get a couple of the third Legion infantry. Now, the catapult is going to fire yet again. Fire 1 and 2. These are regular shot now. They're returning regular for regular. And there is massive damage on the Blades of the Wood units right there, as well as one of the catapults being lost. This is a devastating blow for the attackers. Over on the northern end, we do have some runic troops moving around, providing assistance, but the Erebor defense is a lot more defined, a lot more, I guess you could say, concerned about not getting surrounded, and they push themselves onto the bridge a little bit further, not allowing the Isengard troops to surround them as the Khazad-dûm troops have. Khazad-dûm now bringing up even more reinforcements, more warriors, and they're surrounding these clansmen and almost wiping them out. But now the crossbowmen are getting a little bit more better of an angle on these warriors of Khazad-dûm right down here, but their shields are facing those crossbowmen. Those crossbowmen are definitely not going to do as much of a damage, but they're armor piercing. And what do the dwarves have? Armor, so it just pierces through. And that clansman just did not have a good day. Oh well. Some elves of the wood are breaking through. They've been told to charge through. On this flank, though, there is an opening, so more of the elves are pouring through. They're trying to surround, and yet again, even more units of Blade of the Woods. They're coming, and oh, these guys even broke through. They're going in for the surround. These Orc Hunters have a prime position target on these Blades of the Wood right there, as we can see. Let's see if they will, open fire, because that is probably the best target they'll get probably a long time. And especially now that, even more Blades of the Wood, they're trying to sneak around on this flank. They're doing it quite successfully now too. 88 right now, and I don't see any of them dying, but they have a good number of them just pouring through. And yes, indeed, they're coming around for that surround, crushing the morale. But these warriors of Khazad-dûm, they're fairly, they're well-trained soldiers. They've been around for a while, and they're definitely doing a good job. These Elves of the Wood, though, they're no pushovers either. So they've had how many years of experience to get involved. But now the 3rd Legion Infantry has decided that they've had enough of this, and they want some elf head. And there we go, more archer fire going into the back of the elves. And 3rd Legion Infantry with their mighty axes are just hewing down these elves of the wood. And now the Eastron Clansmen, the true fodder, have arrived, and there's this wonderful opening that they can definitely just pour into and take advantage of. Over here in the northern part is still slow going. The Erebor Legionaries now, they're cutting through these half-orc 8 Vanguard. Vanguard are losing some ground. We have axe throwers over here. They're being shot at. Now in come the Ballista, completely missing on its flaming shots. If it actually hit, it would have been wonderful. We have more of the archers and everyone coming in, shooting down here, Yipeng. There have been a couple of kills. Fairly good amount considering, but one has to think how much ammo did they use to get all of these kills. These dwarves are fairly armored. What has been going on? Yes, indeed. Isengard needs to send in some reinforcements. They're only down to 25, and they're wavering. More troops need to be pushed up on this front. The Dunlending Clansmen would be an obvious choice to send in first. Ballista is not firing. But down on the western flank, I do know my directions. Sometimes Hammers of Gundabad have been committed into the fray. Blades of the Wood, Eastron Clansmen, now 4th Legion Shield Guard, they're coming in and they're trying to help reinforce, but they're not doing a good surround, I would say, as they could have. They could have really... Oh, there they go. These Eastron Clansmen are broken. And they're going to retreat, and that's going to be one of the big parts of this attacking force offensive. Now, the Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm in the background are going to try and get a good positioning and try and line up so they're shooting into the sides. Good flanking archer maneuver, but there is, again, no more reinforcements coming from the attackers. They're leaving their troops kind of behind. The catapult has mysteriously gone missing. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Found it. But yeah, indeed, the only reinforcements they have are the crossbowmen. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on. These Blades of the Wood, they're now completely routed. They've been routed. Looks like 2 units of them. Hammers of Gundabad, there has been a lot more death over here. 19 to 13, favor of the defenders currently, but the balance of power says that the attackers are still going to, or they have a better chance of winning. And they do have more troops. That is very true. That is very, very true. Dunlending Clansmen pulling back. Ironfoot Warriors, just only 2 of them are going to try and, do some heroic last deeds. They probably got caught up in the battle frenzy and they're just going to charge in. No, they're going to pull back now. Pull back and chill with their dwarvish brethren. The ram has been abandoned. Plenty of orc troops have died. And now we're going to just figure out what's going on. It seems like there is a lull in the battle now. Oh no, indeed, the Dunlending Clansmen are going to probably come back for another go. Let's watch. Let's see. Are they going to do a nice little charge? If we can probably get a good angle on the bridge. There we go. That's better. Some of them have shields, some of them don't. Very disappointing that not all of them have shields, but they're just going to make sure that the archers are safe from an offensive melee rush, and that's pretty important in their own right. It is very important. Now, they're also making sure that Dwarves of Erebor got shot. Only 2 of them died, though. It was kind of disappointing. The Ballista did a fantastic job right there. Let's see if they... Oh, now they push them back. Now would be a real good time to rush forward more of the troops of, the other troops that they have. More ballista shots coming in and missing entirely. One would have thought that the ballista with insane accuracy would hit, but it happens, I guess. The Dunlending Clansmen will not last long out here on their own. They need reinforcements. Erebor Legionaries coming in. They're going to do a nice flanking charge. There we go. Dunlending Clansmen charging in, not getting flanked, but they're fighting back now. They're going to hold for a little bit, but they're only trash, and reinforcements need to be sent immediately. And it looks like the defenders are just moving around their rangers over here. And here Yipeng, no infantry is being committed, which kind of makes sense since Isengard has wargs, skirmishers, and Mirkwood has a lot more archers. Uruk-hai Berserkers and pikemen look like they're going to be moved up, as well as the trolls. Nazkai also being moved up. Looks like they're going around some of these siege towers. We have one unit of each strong clansman, probably just to provide some support. Over here on the western flank, we have another push. However, this one will not go as well as the last one. We have the Galadrim Blade Masters as well as Flag Rim from Rune. They're trying to push through, but against some Hammers of Gundabad and some Shield Guard. Shield Guard will, of course, be doing a very good job at holding the line. We do have plenty of archers. Lorien archers are firing over the long bridge, over the wide river, and they're causing a little bit of casualties. So they're definitely doing their job. Galadrim Blade Masters just, spinning and kicking and doing their blade jutsu and into the bridge jutsu and same. I guess they taught it to the flag rim right there, and they're also going into the. Oh hey, look! It's the ground beneath the bridge jutsu. Dang! Gotta be careful about that. But yes, indeed, those Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm, they have a pretty prime target. Actually, they're not even going for the main infantry. They're going right after the tribesmen, it looks like. Yes. Yeah, the couple of tribesmen have died, but the crossbows are the gift that keeps on shooting as they're trying to fire over the heads of their allies and right into these Hammers of Gundabad. They're going to be very useful if a direct shot is occurring. Over here we do have Warg Skirmishers. The Warg Skirmishers have managed to get across. Dang, that could be pivotal. Could absolutely be horrendous for the defenders. Now Uruk-hai pikemen are pouring through. Uruk-hai Berserkers, Isengard is definitely taking a big chunk. In come the trolls. In come more crossbowmen. Looks like one giant unit of them. No, 2 units. I am sorry, I apologize. I don't know how to count, but we do have Woodland Protectors over here. These guys have good javelins and a good AP if it works, but if they can throw, but the Axe Guard get in the way, denying the Woodland Protectors a chance to throw their armor-piercing javelins. Now we get the trolls with their giant, weird spears and giant, awesome-looking swords and stuff. And they're going in, and they're going to cause some havoc. Ironfoot Axe Throwers are retreating. They're not broken, but they're retreating. Woodland Axemen are fighting to the death. We do have the Axe Throwers. They did fire off a volley. Over here we have the Blacklock Engineers, and they're firing overhead, going right down into those pikemen. Pikemen are following like the dozen. By that dozen, it would seem like. But the trolls, they're causing they're causing mayhem in the front. The Sons of Durin are advancing, trying to take on the Berserkers and the pikemen at the same time, but the crossbows are saying nay. Woodland Protectors are shuffling around as the shuffle goes. It's the Woodland Shuffle. We have more Axe Throwers throwing their axes right to the pikemen. Pikemen do not like that. Never mind, it's going right after the Woodland Protectors, probably because the Woodland Protectors are the only thing that can actually armor pierce on this thing. And there we go, good javelin throw, and many of the front line of those Axe Throwers have fallen. Let's see round 2 of the javelins. In comes round 2. Many of them fall, not as much as the first time, but that's because there was less of them to fall to begin with. Now, as we see the Axe Throwers on this flank, and more of the... Oh my goodness, the Wargs, they're routing. Who would have thought? More of the Blacklock Engineers are firing overhead. Now it looks like they're out of ammunition. That is the disastrous blow for these wonderful Rangers that are crossbowmen. Now the regular crossbows are doing their duty. Now the Blacklock Engineers are moving into melee. They will certainly cause a good front morale buff from the thingamajig. And the Ballista comes in and says nay to all of these Axe Throwers. Dang. Very crispy, very long stick. Shafted in there, and it's not good. All of this pike unit has been absolutely decimated, as we can tell. They have not had probably any kills. Very disappointing. This Son of Durin just killed that pikeman. These pikemen are now trying to form, but they're not doing all that hot. Ironfoot Halberds are going against the Uruk-hai Berserkers. Uruk-hai Berserkers are not doing well. They're very bloodied. They need some support. They can do damage, but they need help. Over here we have the Nazkai. Oh my. Nazkai, that is the support that the Uruk-hai Berserkers need, and they are giving. But now we have to take a quick look over to the west side. The west side story is doing quite well. The shield guard are now pushing onto the bridge against the bridge jutsu. The Galadrim Blade Masters are fighting, and Blade Masters and Flogan they're trying to do a good job, and the crossbows and more Blade Masters and more archers are shooting, but it does not seem that the defenders are losing. The defenders are gaining ground. Actually, they're actually moving forward. Their Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm, as they are now out of ammunition, and they brought out their deadly double axes. They look like hatchets. But now that is all that is really interesting. Now onto the north. The northern front has the champions of the White Hand, and now they're almost engaged with the pikemen, and they need to escape before the pikemen get at them, as it is a very interesting and very powerful display of pikes versus cav. And as we can see, this is one of the best cav units in the entire game, and they are just getting slaughtered by pikemen. Pikemen are just absolutely brutal to anyone that dares ride them out. And yes, indeed, there they go. Champions of the White Hand are pulling back. Wise choice, but now they're down to 15. Woodland Protectors have a wonderful opportunity to get a good shot at these pikes. However, they are not going to throw at this current moment in time. Maybe in the future, we'll find out. Champions of the White Hand charging in, now going after the 3rd Legion Infantry, trying to go after the Axe Throwers, but the infantry got in the way. They're trying to support some of the Woodland Protectors over here. They're doing a good job, but they'll probably lose, as the dwarves are just kind of in mass. The Ballista going in right onto the Sons of the Fallen. Very good choice, but also the Sons of the Fallen are in loose formation. Loose formation is the best way to avoid splash damage. As we can clearly see, what would have killed probably 8 or 10 men has only killed 4, so you save the lives of a brother by not standing next to him. In comes another Ballista shot, and it takes out 1. That guy took it for the team. Now in come the Sons of the Fallen. They're going to charge right in alongside the Ironfoot Pikes. They're going to help them out. Oh, miss by a hair. But now we have the Heer Y Peng. Heer Y Peng are, of course, not too shabby in melee, but of course, they're better known for their range capabilities. The Mirkwood Force is coming in. Woodland Protectors are in the background. More Heer Y Peng coming in. As we can see, the javelins of the Woodland Protectors are being thrown. And there they go, just a handful more going right into the Sons of the Fallen. Actually, that was kind of a miss, but the target is the Sons of the Fallen. It is confirmed. A 3rd Legion Infantry trying to go after these crossbowmen. Crossbowmen down to 15. Very slim pickings right now. But here come the Peng. Heer Y Peng going in, defending. But some of the crossbowmen have died. Oh my goodness, we get the Greenwood Watchers into Heer Y Lang. Dang. Oh, dang. Mirkwood's serious about it now. They bring in the Ents. The big trees are trying to definitely rid the world of... Oh, the destroyed ram. Hey, would you look at that? It's been crushed. But definitely the Ents are going to push through this very fortified Sons of the Fallen line, and they're going to cause havoc. The elves are trying to push through. Some of the Ents are going to get through. It looks like the goal is going to be these crossbows. Make sure that they do not fire. Anything interesting going on the western front? No, we do have more Gamprim and Eastern clansmen have been advanced. It looks like the Blade Masters have died, and Hammers of Gundabad and 4th Legion Shield Guard are still holding, as well as some Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm. It's definitely a lot more slow going on this front, but that is actually the problem. There is not much more that the dwarves of Khazad-dûm can produce to defend themselves. They do, however, have the gate on lockdown, but outside the gate, it is a little risky business. They need to make sure that any dwarves that they are going to try and save get out of there alive, but it looks like Milwaukee is just going to abandon these men and let them die. These Ents are taking on some halberds. That is probably not the best thing for them to do, as they're getting pretty bloody now, and they could definitely go back and help reinforce, go against these Blacklock Engineers over here. I'm pretty sure the Dragon Slayers of Aaron Mithrin, they can definitely be a big help by charging into the rear. Oh, indeed, as we can see from up above, these these Ironfoot crossbowmen, they don't have the best of angles, but they have an angle, and they're shooting down on the elves that are trying to advance. We have the Isengard Ballista now out of ammunition, almost going to push forward. Ruin is pushing forward some siege towers with their 1 unit of infantry of Eastron clansmen. it is going to be very dangerous for the elves to push forward. But once they actually can push through this will be most of the dwarves of Erebor just absolutely gone, and they'll be able to possibly scale the walls and flood the defenses. Although the defenses have a one good choke point, it's very small, and it's going to be very difficult for the defenders to lose it. They do also have a catapult, which is very high on ammunition, so we'll see how things go on there. Over here, Lorient archers. The archers are now out of ammunition. The Gamp-Rim and archers trying to fight. We do have the crossbows. They're still firing. They probably didn't have a good shot for a long time and haven't been using this weird angle. Oh, there they go. A handful more crossbow bolts going overhead. A lot of them missing, as there are very few dwarves currently holding on the bridge. Most of them are the Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm and Shield Guard. Shield Guard are going to hold for a very long time, but the Orc Hunters will not. They will fall fairly quickly. These Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm, they have some ammo left, and they're repositioning themselves to fire on that attacking group. Over here, this is the General of Isengard. He is alone, and that's all he has left of his bodyguard. Not a good charge. Oh, he's going in there again. Disrupting a little bit. There we go, doing his duty. He's going back at it again, going some cycle charges. He's able to kill one or two during his fight, but oh my goodness, he just took some crossbow bolts. You guys all saw how many crossbow bolts he took. He took almost every single crossbow bolt there was, and he almost took it like a champ, and then he died. Well, what a shame. That X-Guard unit is running. Second Legion X-Guard is somewhere around here. Yes, there they are. They're trying to help plug the hole. The clansmen are pushing forward with their tower. They're going to try and go after, it looks like, those Ironfoot crossbows on the wall. We do have more woodland protectors here laying, but the Sons of the Fallen are just doing a very good job. They managed to push them all the way back onto the bridge, and they're holding. What is going on? What is this? Oh, the Iron Watch! I did not notice that. Surprise! I mean, I totally knew that. I was just keeping it, safe. Now the siege tower is almost destroyed. The Eastern clansmen are routing. Iron Watch are actually a very good. They're very good at taking out siege towers. It looks like they're down to 67. They almost fired, but they decided not to. But they could have taken that siege tower out if they wanted to. Now the clansmen are still routing, not actually routing, surprisingly. Axguard is holding its ground. And the Elven King's Palace Guard, there's Thranduil right there. He's encouraging his troops while he's a little bit bloodied. But more and more the elves they're trying to push through, but the Sons of the Fallen, they're a stubborn bunch, as we know. They're down to 18, sorry, another one has fallen. Over here on the western flank, on the western bridge, we have another push. Eastron crossbowmen coming forward, some flag rim, sorry, some more Lorient archers, and the Gamp rim. And tribesmen, it looks like Rune is going to be a very big crucial part in the late game for the attackers. 3rd Legion infantry plugging up the hole that has been made against, on this bridge. They're holding the line. The defenders are holding on. The attackers are swarming in. They're packing in as many men as they can, trying to use the maces of the flag rim, and they're doing a good job. They're kind of pushing the dwarves back. The dwarves only have Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm. There goes Thranduil. So the entire northern army is without a general, or the northern armies, I should say. So very disappointing for the attackers, as they lost both generals and most of their northern forces. Only a handful of troops still remain. The Sons of the Fallen are nearly gone. Looks like they are down to 5. So yes, they can push through. Mirkwood's still very healthy, or relatively healthy, but Isengard just has the crossbowmen and the ballista. So very few troops, and so the loss of their general was not as bad as it could have been. More of the the Greenwood Watchers, there they go. They're doing a very good job throwing their daggers. right into the sides of these Dragon Slayers of Aaron Mithrid and 2nd Legion Axe Guard. They're doing a very good job helping out. Their daggers are being used to deadly effect. And the more they can kill here... Oh, it looks like they might... Oh, no, they just were reloading. I'm sorry. In they go. More throwing of the axes. Or, sorry, of the daggers. Elven daggers against Dwarven axes, and it's doing a pretty good job, I have to say myself. They're doing a good job. 5 of them, bringing down the Axe Guard down to 6, and 1 Dragon Slayer. The Dragon Slayer is, of course, doing a very good job. He's just taking out the Ballista like it's nobody's business. Every swing seems to take out yet another crewman. And those guys are still routing down to 31. But over here, the crossbows are firing into these Woodland Protectors in Eerie Lang. They need to get a move on. Otherwise, they're just going to get shot to pieces. Over on this side, though, we do have more 3rd Legion infantry. And they have managed to make the nice little diagonal push, which is very good. They're crushing the the attackers as they're trying to move forward, but also that puts them in a very precarious situation. If they attack too much on that angle, the defenders will be completely surrounded, and the attackers will just be able to go right down this line right here and come in and around them. The archers, these strong crossbowmen, are going after these very, very elite Legion bodyguards. Legion bodyguards are, of course, a bodyguard unit. They're not going to go down easy. This front line, this bridge, will hold for a long time now, as the Legion bodyguard is moving to advance, covering the flank of on the right of these 3rd Legion infantry, as we can definitely see. And now the catapult has fired yet again. Will it be a catastrophic success or a failure? It is a failure, that shot. We will see again if they reload, and if it hits, it's going to do one of 2 things. It's going to either cause a chain rout on the attackers or the defenders. Now, the attackers, of course, hope that the defenders will get hit, but these are Legion bodyguard. They will not break for a long, long time. Over on this side, it looks like the elves finally pushed through. And yes, indeed, the dwarves have pulled back. Very few dwarves remain outside of the walls. The only ones that do remain are the ones on the bridge. Now, the attackers have to be careful. The main force that they have is across the western bridge. The western bridge is still guarded, and if they lose all of the troops from the north, that will be a big problem, because then, well, one, these players are out of the game. They're almost out of the game, but they still have a tiny bit of presence, as they killed that 1 Ironfoot crossbowman as he was retreating. But they can still play a significant impact, or they can still have a significant impact if they're allowed to. They have one man of Hiri Pang, some Woodland Protectors, and more Hiri Lang. They're going to come in for a rear charge, a surround. We do have some Lorient archers trying to come around. Looks like they have been able to jump down off the bridge and come around and climb back up, which is very good indeed. These attackers are going in for the surround. That will help clean this area up significantly. However, the problem is, if anyone decides to come out of the gate, they can just crush the elves and hold this line, possibly again for a very, very long time. Oh, we got the Kindred of Celeborn. They're firing. Where's the Watcher of the Golden Wood? I completely forget. They both have very fancy projectiles. But yes, indeed, we'll just speed this up just a wee little bit, as this is the only action that is going on today on this bridge. And as we can see, the dwarves just completely cut their way through. They were almost surrounded, but they decided no, they're just going to push onto the bridge. And oh my goodness, that's just, yeah, the elves are, elves of Mirkwood are gone. No, very, very sad of the elves of Mirkwood. They have been completely just slaughtered. Now the attackers are using their very special ammunition on these units, 14th and Shield Guard, and oh, there's someone still left. Wow. and the bodyguard down to 22, and Legion infantry down to 14. So now we do have a ram coming in from the crossbowmen. They're going to be the ones pushing the ram. It's definitely going to be a very interesting case. Crossbowmen are caught in the melee, but still going to push through. We got more troops crossing and fighting, but yeah, more swordmasters. Very few swordmasters are left on this, left alive after what they've been through. Looks like, yes indeed, Mirkwood is completely broken over here. Just another routing unit of clansmen is kind of bugged out. But over on this flank, though, the gate is being battered. No, it's not being battered down. The warriors of Khazad-dûm have come out. Maybe if they're quick enough, if the attackers are quick enough, they might be able to. Elven King's Palace Guard is keeping the gate open. Like I said, tiny things can be big. In we go. The gate has not been broken down. Oh, there goes the Palace Guard. Elorian Axemen charging through into the guards of Khazad-dûm. And now let me just slow this down for just a little bit, as now we have the sentries of Khazad-dûm. They are ready, and they have their pikes. They're bringing them down. They're not as long as the other pikes, you know, the Uruk-hai had. But now we got the hammers of Gundabad coming in from the rear, helping support. No, they're going to come around and do something else. But now we got a whole bunch of Ironfoot crossbows just absolutely wrecking these Lorien Axemen. It's not going to be pretty. Now we have the Mithril Guard. They're pushing their way in, cutting off the Lorien Axemen advance. Absolutely brutal. They're pushing them into the pikes, into the sentries of Khazad-dûm, and that is not what the Axemen want. The Axemen do not like getting poked and whacked with axes at the same time. It is not good. These Balclef tribesmen in the back, they're waiting for a good opportunity to fire. Same with these watchers. These overhead got more archery fire. We have one unit of swordsmasters. He's just routing, but he's not going to go anywhere. This Axeman unit is fighting to the death now. It's going to be a total grind getting through. Mithril Guard holding on like the champs they are. Crossbows coming in. Ironfoot crossbowmen doing a very good job. Let's just check out what's on the reserves. Just a bunch of routing units in the guards of Khazad-dûm. Yeah, these guys are not going to come back. 3rd Legion infantry down to 14. 1st Legion pikes. These are going to be very, very dangerous indeed, especially if it actually gets to back here. We'll find out, though, as it is half and half, 76 to 64. Defenders 64%, attackers 76%. Most of the catapult crew is dead. They're down to 21, and make that 19. Yeah, make it 19. They're retreating back into the last stand, where they'll be able to hold. And man, that is a shower of arrows, rain of arrows. Oh, that was just great. But now Isildur watches on as the defenders just desperately try, and you know, that's a pretty good picture actually right there. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. Picturesque almost. But now the Hammers of Gundabad are just being flanked by the sentries of Khazad-dûm. This is going to be we're just going to time 6 speed it, as it's just going to be a giant grind. Oh my, grind. Oh, that's the Lothlorien general. He was brutally murdered outside, or in, alone. Kind of pulling a Haldir, classic Haldir, you know, just deciding he wants to go and die. Classic. But, you know, now the guards of Gundabad, they managed to push out a little bit. And if they gain control of the gates, though, the gates will close, you know, if there's no unit next to them. And then the attackers will have to crush their way through, fight their way through. The guildsmen were trying to inspire. Oh, this is a pretty big advancement. There was some troop maneuvering. We do have the wonderful Lorien archers and Kindred of Celeborn. They're fighting. They're trying to get through. But now the Mithril Guard, they kind of dwindled in number. They're only down to 33. I know it's kind of weird to say, but, you know, they're down to 33. The tribesmen they're trying to get a good angle, but it's not going to be... Ooh, they might get a good angle right there. Come on, tribesmen, you can do it. Or are you out of ammunition? Oh, don't tell me you're out of ammo. Oh, tribesmen are reloading. I think the catapult crew is getting in the way. No, we got a good volley in there. Oh, but now the Hammers of Gundabad sallying out. Now the guildsmen throwing their axes. Oh my goodness! Oh, that was just great. Yeah, those Hammers of Gundabad don't like life right now. Flagrim, Gamprim going in, taking out the Hammers of Gundabad. But right now, Lauren watches the Golden Wood. This is the last unit as well. They're opening back up the defenders. They're ready. They're readying to crush the enemy between the jaws of death that is this gate. Mirkwood's still active, however. Greenwood Watchers, they're poised to throw their axes at those sentries of Khazad-dûm, or sorry, their knives, if they have any left. Yes, indeed they do. They have a very few. There's only 4 units of them. 2 units of them. Sorry, 2 units. 1 of 4, 1 of 1. And they're going to try throwing their axes. Iron Watch of Miromir. Not sure if they have any ammo left over. They might. In come the Javelin men. I'm not sure. Oh, they're going to... Where are they going to fire? Right after the pikemen. Probably a sensible plan, and they better get out of there. A couple of them do die, and a couple of them do get engaged in melee, but most of them manage to escape. That guy only has like a small knife going against a dwarf from like full armor. But we'll see how that works out. That's kind of an interesting duel. Guy in cloth against guy in armor. Oh my goodness, the Iron Watch just destroyed that ram. They don't want that being used. The siege tower probably should be pushed up against the wall. In comes the Wardens, Greenwood Rangers and Wardens of Amon Long did not realize that they're still alive, but they need to get out of there or the Iron Wasp will just crush them like that. Ouch! These are some good quality troops and they're just getting picked apart by guys who can shoot basically rockets. Yes, indeed, there they go. They're running. And I would not blame them because the Iron Watch is very dangerous. Oof. Mortars basically is what's being fired over here. Dang it. Yeah, these guys just need to pull out. That was not a good... Getting close to these Iron Watch is just a bad call. Very bad call. Now the Mithril Guard holding on. They're down to 27. There's a little bit of blood on their Mithril, but all things considered, I think they're doing a good job. Battlecloth Tribesmen retreating, pulling back. Wise, sensible decision. But now the Mithril Guard is pulling back as well. We do not want them to just, we don't want them having any problems. Being javelins to death, I mean, that is kind of a problem. But we can just see all of the dead elves that just tried pushing their way in, and they just got massacred. Again, we're going to have the same thing, bait and switch. Will it work? Will the javelins be thrown before infantry can engage them? Javelin go right into the giant armor of the Axguard of Erebor. Some of them do die. Mithril Guard inching forward. Oh, they managed to get more engaged. Oh, and the crossbowmen, they're getting really good shots. I believe that is Isengard. He just is giving up, which can't blame him. Horror Hunters of Khazad-dûm, now they're going to contribute into the fight with their melee axes. They won't do as well, but these guys, these Battlecloth Tribesmen, they're going to do get me out of this place scenario, which I can't blame them either. Now the Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm are sallying out. Oh, they took out that one dude. We do have one Greenwood Watcher. He's just ready. He is so ready. That's pretty great. Oh, he's going to go in. He's going to stand. Still, I mean, that guy, for routing, he's been here for quite a while. In come the crossbowmen. Looks like they're out of ammunition. In come the Orc Hunters again. And they're going to be sandwiched. Yet Mithril Guard going to come in against the crossbowmen, sandwiching these crossbowmen. Very disappointing, as these crossbowmen could have had something, but it's gone. Axguard vanished. Probably moved back there. Down to 74. Crossbowmen, catapult, pikes. The Axguard of Erebor 1 unit is coming back, and First Legion pikes. That is all that, and some 3rd Legion infantry. So it's really down to these pikes if everything goes south. Now everything's actually going eastward. Get it? Because, you know, it going into Minnesota is east, and that's the way the battle is going. Okay, or maybe it's going westward. I'll just let myself out now. You know. Okay, that was a door closing. If you didn't know. Anyway, just more brutal battle right there. They're now in defensive formation. No, they're not. Now they're pulling out. These guys, it's a back and forth. That's all that's going on. Can the dwarves hold on? It's 70% to 84%, but they have been outnumbered 2-1. So we need to. Well, actually, since like 2 of the attackers were elves, is it really 2-1? Okay, number of armies, they were outnumbered 2-1. Let's just give it that. Okay, how about that? Dwarves holding on. And in come the guildsmen. These guildsmen are now actually going to retreat. They have some fancy blades, but they're falling. Oh. Yeah, dang. These guys were nerfed, I think, since the last time I used them. Again, I haven't used these guys in, like, you know, forever, so that's probably going to show why. But they're reloading. Their ranged weapon is the most lethal thing about them. They're getting shot to pieces by the crossbowmen, but they're also causing. Oh my goodness, Catapult doing a good job. Yeah, you are being attacked. Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm, they're going to take as much of the thing as the blow as they can. Sentries of Khazad-dûm are being targeted. We still have Obsidian Guard and Highborns of Erebor over here. 2 very elite troops, as well as Mithril Guard up on top. Catapult is firing. They're down. The guildsmen are down to 42. Oh, they hit the gate. Hit it again. Oh, looks like someone's doing some chanting. And they throw yet again at the Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm. They're down to 40 and 3. In come the Dragon Wrath Guildsmen. They're trying to come into melee with these hunters. But will they get slaughtered as the rest of their brethren? Tune in next week and we'll find out. In come the Mithril Guard. Mithril Guard doing a very good job. They're going to hold, but will they have to break down this gate? Because I don't know if they can, because this, you know, ram says the damage is 100%. Nope, it's the I'm walking through the gate even though it's broken. Or, you know, it's not completely broken through, but, you know, Dragon's Wrath Guildsmen, 76. And it is a brutal, brutal fight. Mithril Guard holding on. Over here, Ironfoot Crossbows, they are out of ammunition. They're joining the melee by coming around on the other side, getting that surround. That is a very dangerous formation. They're trying to break the morale, and it usually works, but not on some of these more elite troops. Up here, we do have Legion Bodyguard and Irewatch of Miromir. Where are they firing? Mortars right on the Rangers. Earthquake. Yep. Oh, come on. And they're reloading yet again. They're going to fire. Nope, no, they have not. They're not going to fire. They're going to wait. They're going to wait. And indeed, we have the Belkov tribe. But wait, we haven't even seen the silver people. The sapphire bladesmen, I think. Don't know where they are. Wardens of Amon-Lank are firing. Wait. Hold up. Fire again. You're trying to fire through a wall and a tower. I personally don't think. Well, you're getting. Well, you're making it bleed. Making the Legion Bodyguard bleed. Okay, that's actually interesting. Guess those arrows are strong enough to pierce stone. Look at that. Sentries of Khazad-dûm pushing their way through. And yes, indeed, they have kind of sallied out. Dragonwrath crossbowmen I'm not even sure if we even saw some of their ammo. But it looks like they're out. They're being told to go back into the fray alongside the Worms of Amonlong. They're going in melee. Meleeing it. We're just going to time 6 speed because it's kind of slow going. It's been kind of slow going for the while, but I mean, this is the battle for the gate. The dwarves are now sallying out, slowly pushing their way out, but that is a problem as they're now making themselves vulnerable. There goes the runic general. Rune has now lost the great leader, and they have plenty of troops left. Valklaus Tribunal, they're reloading and they're throwing their javelins like it's nobody's business. The Wardens of Amonlong, they're hacking away with their good two-handed axes. But can the Mithril Guard hold? Mithril Guard is being attacked by multiple Golden Boys, and those Golden Boys are just causing havoc. And the Mithril Guard, under the weight of all the Golden Boys, just can't hold up, and they die. Except for that guy, he's still doing good, pretty good, even on times 6 speed. Nope, he's dead. Well, it was a good run while it lasted, right? Anyway, the Wardens are coming in. Amonlong, they're very, very few now, going against the Iron Watch of Miromir. And it's a very brutal fight that the Iron Watch just absolutely win. In come the Javelin Throwers. Oh, the Catapult Fire coming in at times 6 speed. Oh my goodness, a triple shot direct. Very good. Oh, and the gates have been breached, but you wouldn't have known by who if you didn't watch this video. It was by the defenders. Plot twist. Plot twist. No one would have saw that coming. Actually, you probably could have, because that was the only way that the gate was going to get broken down. The attackers didn't have a... Oh my gosh. Oh yes. Oh yes. Do it again, Catapult. Oh, you wonderful beast. Oh yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. Come on. Are you out of ammo? You can't tell me you're out of ammo. Only one of you has an actual shot. Okay. Alright, there we go. Launch! Launch. What just happened? It just poofed out of existence. I feel betrayed. Very much betrayed, Catapult. I can't look at you anymore. Nope. Can't look. I don't trust you. Got more of the Dragon's Wrath Guildmen coming in. There's a flank rim right there. And they're... Oh! You're disappointing me. You had such a good run earlier, and now you're disappointing me. I am very disappointed in this Catapult. It was doing so well. Up on top, though, we do have some flag rim. They have managed to get up there somehow. Not sure how, but oh my goodness, is this a sally out? Oh, from this tower! They used this tower to try to get around, but the Warcrunners of Khazad Dûm were there. And now they came down. This 3rd Legion infantry is causing havoc. They're going brave. Oh, actually, these guys do have crossbow ammo left. Oh, great. But now these guys are going to totally chew up these 3rd Legion infantry. So, very brave but foolish, as Agamemnon would say. Catapult! Oh my gosh! Wow! Defender Catapult's doing a good job. Okay, my faith in Catapults is slightly restored. We got more crossbowmen firing overhead, going down into the sentries of Khazad Dûm and the 2nd Legion Asgard. The dwarves are sallying. And what another good shot on the crossbowmen. Crossbowmen are very few down. This is it, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is the sally out. This is the Axguard of Erebor, and they're doing what they can. Axguard coming in. Guard of Miromir. That Catapult's just doing some damage. You know, I mean, just seriously. Keeping them body crispy. Highborn of Erebor sallying out, but I think you and I both know what is going to happen. The dwarves are definitely numerous. I was almost expecting a little bit of friendly fire there. It wouldn't have mattered. But crossbowmen now getting engaged in melee. We're just going to time 6 speed it as, yes, the frames drop enormously. And there we have it, men and ladies and everyone. The replay is finished as the crossbowmen have routed Now, Thanatos has the most kills with 2,861. Nawaki has 2,066. Last Dark Lord has 572. Scoot 22 Math has 718. Rob Goblin has 759. And Mevin has the devil's number of 666. Maybe DF. Instead of Durns folks should be Devil's Flower or something because of that 666. I can totally see it. Anyway, the dwarves of Khazad-dûm have killed many, and also some have killed none. They've gone the pacifist route. They decided that love and peace will spread, and it will be the battles. That's how they're going to win battles, and that's how the guards of Khazad-dûm and First Legion Pikes are said because they didn't kill anybody. Mithril Guard, however, getting 323 kills. Sons of the Fallen getting 148. Iron Watch of Mirror getting an impressive 285. Legion Bodyguard getting 281. Orc Hunters Khazad-dûm getting 153, 111, and 125. 4th Legion Shield Guard getting 114. Hammers Gundabad getting a nice 340. Now we jump down, we have some unimpressive numbers, but the 3rd Legion Infantry doing 237 and 132. And then there's some lame unit that only got 2 kills. They were trying to do the pacifist run, but then they decided no, just gotta keep it good on the resume, gotta kill a couple of people. And then the Warriors Khazad-dûm getting 199 kills. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me today in this very interesting battle, this very interesting siege battle. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, let me know down in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe. And remember, everyone, I'll see you next time. Bye!